Hello, welcome to Speakeasy Conversations with a Neck Nosh.
Yeah, how about that?
I gotta figure out what that means. Oh, actually, we'll get to that.
Oh, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Okay, Doug, we should figure out what it means to start the show.
Yeah, how about that? How about what are you drinking?
You first.
Oh, me first? All right. I've got this, and when you hear what it is, you'll know why. Because it sounds like a Doug beer. It is oak-aged watermelon Kolsch from Omega.
Why does it sound like a Doug beer?
Because it's oak-aged watermelon Kolsch, which is weird. So, and I'm going to pick up the weird beers because I want to figure out what the fuck that is. So,
okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna pour that out. Oh, it's got a nice little pink hue to it. Can't really a little bit there. You can see it. I did a nice aggressive pour as per the usual. So we'll let that settle for a minute. What about you, Greg? What are you starting with this evening?
Why are you letting that settle? Drink that shit.
It's not a milk tube.
Yeah, it literally it is. What are we talking about?
Daniel, you asked who makes this. This is Oma Gang. So, wow. Okay, trying to figure that out. The watermelon sweetness is there, kind of fiddling with the Kolsch elements, which is interesting because Kolsch is pretty specific. The oak aging is just barely there, and it's more in the aftertaste. I would say this is going to be pretty good when it's hot out. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting beer. But the color is really different and fun. So, cheers.
Cheers. I have a special beer here. If I can get it open. Okay.
Production value is awesome.
Where's that?
All right, we're doing so well here to start off.
Yeah, we're stumbling here. We're stumbling. Hi.
Hey.
Hello. Summer beer, right, Doug?
Yeah, I would say so for that, definitely.
All right, my special beer is here. Unfortunately, I can't get this to work, Doug. I don't know what my spy cam is doing. Not being very spy-y. But I have an award-winning beer, Doug. I have now that's a sandwich from Vault 202. Now,
sandwich.
You won't be impressed by. You probably won't be impressed by Vault's minimalistic. Art. They really keep it really minimum. In fact, most of their art, Doug, is just their logo and just the style written under it. They do one of those.
Yeah.
Now that's a sandwich just won World Cup this year. Shortly after the Class of 25 collaboration with them came out. And yeah, Vault's one of my favorites here in Wisconsin already. Doug already referenced the milk tubes. Look at that, Doug. That's why part of the reason why I love Vault is their milk tubes, y'all. We can talk about that maybe later. I wonder if Erica knows what the milk tubes are, Doug.
She's shaking her head no, so you can give her the lowdown on that because that's your thing.
Wait, what? No one. I love when I meet someone who doesn't know what milk tubes are. This is an award-winning pilsner. It's fucking excellent. It's crisp, um, bready. Talk about a summer beer. Actually, okay. So can I? Would it work if I just moved?
Nope. There we go. Look at the color, nice and clear.
It's sexy glass
Yes, it is.
with curves. Yeah. So, oh yeah, a vault beer out of the vault. They went in the vault, and wasn't that what didn't Geraldo do that? Oh no, he went into the grave, or was it?
No,
a
no,
vault?
he went to Al Capone's vaults and saw nothing. It was completely fucking empty.
It was like a big fiasco back there, wasn't it?
Well, it's Geraldo. What do you expect? He's still a clown, so it's fine.
Right. But he was definitely less of a clown, like, and more respected back then. You know what I mean? At least a little bit, like, you know what I mean. So it was like that was part of the unmasking of Geraldo, if I remember. Because I was young, Doug. I don't remember. Like, I know he's a complete buffoon now. We got it. Like, but like before, like during that time, it was kind of like, oh my god, Geraldo's kind of like legitimate. Now he's
Yeah.
moving
on.
A shell of himself, or a shell of well, whatever. Anyway, Doug, this is great. And shout out to Vault. Talked to Scott today on the Scott, who is the founding part owner and head of brewing operations there today. It's great. So cheers.
Nice.
Basically. I mean, summing it up.
That's about it. That's about it.
That really is it. All right, Doug. So let's see. What else is it, Doug? What are we doing here?
Well, we are fortunate enough tonight to have a guest on tonight that I actually met through a beer exchange, which is just cool. It was a Christmas beer exchange. Yes, Greg?
Yeah, explain the exchange, please. Explain the whole process.
So it is a run by, I don't know her real name, but her Instagram handle is Gumbo Mud. And she just does this like 50-person, like she organizes like 50-person beer exchange across the country. And it's super cool because you get to, they will put in their profile what they like, and you can just put together, I forget what the limit was. Maybe it was $50. I can't remember, but maybe it was less than that. But then you ship all this beer and then you get beer too. And then the only thing is like you have to like post on Instagram about your get and what the beers are and all that stuff. So I asked if I could be in this year, and yeah, and as luck would have it, I got Aloe as my guy. He had just joined too, so I was like, "All right, I'm sending Aloe beer. This is just like old times." So yeah, but Erica unfortunately had the misfortune of picking me, but sent me just some amazing beer. Sent me, I think it was a 2018 beer from Belgium that her and her husband got when they were in Belgium, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like that. That was enough all by itself. But sent me a whole bunch of other cool things. And I actually have to, when we bring her on, I need to step off camera because I need to grab something that she also sent me. But she is the, I believe, owner of Neck Nosh. And Neck Nosh is basically a social purpose company. So what they do is they hire unhoused women to work to help put together the boxes and the bags for the pretzels for Neck Nosh, which Neck Nosh is basically a necklace with pretzels on it for like festivals and events and things like that. So yeah, pretty cool. Yes, Greg?
We should probably get her on and explain that.
Yeah, we should. So anyway, let's bring on Erica Humphrey. Hey, Erica, sorry, I was doing the whole spiel for you. Sorry.
Hey, you did just fine. Awesome.
Here I am giving the whole spiel about your company that you know more about than any of us.
Are you mansplaining? I mean, are you really?
Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
We do. The winner, ding, ding, ding. Where's my?
Yeah, you called it. You called it.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome to the show, by the way.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So, what are you drinking?
From Shred Brewing Company, here in the Sacramento region. It's called Cloud Nectar. It's got a pretty rad can. Um, Shred has won awards at GABF many times. They're a pretty mentionable brewery. They make really solid stuff. So they've got a hazy IPA called Cloud Nectar, and it is delicious. It's pillowy and lovely.
Oh, before we get to everything, I have to. So you're a hazy lady?
I mean, yes, who doesn't love a good hazy?
A lot of people.
What? Oh, I hope I didn't send you a bunch of hazies. I didn't think
No,
about
you
that.
didn't.
I
I
hope
think
you
Okay, good.
did.
Oh, yeah,
I
because there
think-
was a list of preferences.
I hope you
Yeah,
did.
and I think you sent me 2 IPAs, which I can deal with those. But when they're hazy, that whole
It's too
like
much.
super hop forward stuff, it just fucks my palate off. So
Okay.
but that's again, if you like them, awesome. You do you. We always try not to like drink what you like. That's kind of our motto here. So
That's the beauty of the beer world.
Yep.
So there's a
Well,
lot out
while
there.
we're here, part of the reason why I said I wish you would have sent him one was, of course, to torture him, and I thought that would be great. But also, though, while we're here, before we get to everything else, I believe that the more you drink, the more vastly you drink, the more vastly you're going to be open to that. I love to say that, especially with people, people are, I don't like IPAs, or I like beer that tastes like beer. Erica, being around craft beer long enough that you could turn some people, especially if you give them the right thing and you work with them on different, you know what I mean? So, like,
Oh, yeah.
I want Doug to like hazies.
I
So if
know.
you send him a whole batch of hazies, maybe he would drink them and
Maybe.
come closer to it. Maybe he would hate them more and become further away. But that's the fun part about it. You have anything, you have an antidote for that, or
I mean,
a
yeah,
comment, or-
you may not have found the right hazy yet, but you just may not be a hazy guy. That's
You
the
know,
great thing about there's just so much out there in the beer world that, like, if you don't like a certain avenue, there's a lot of other ones to try. So yeah, I'm cool with it.
it sounds like when you say when women who are queer, like some guys, like you just haven't had the right guy. You haven't had the right hazy. Sorry.
I mean,
Mm,
I think, I'm not gonna push it. If you don't like it, I like it.
Yeah.
It's my bag. It doesn't have to be your bag. It's cool.
No, but I will try anything. It's just like hazies. I'm going in with some
Yeah.
bias if I have a hazy. So that's
Right.
that's how that works for
Yeah.
me anyway.
all right, Doug,
Can respect
get
that.
us back on track here, please.
Yeah. So Erica, give us some more information on Neck Nosh, how it came about,
Yeah.
what it's about. Yeah, let's do that.
So yeah, I'm originally from Oregon and then like went to college in Portland, Oregon. Great craft beer scene, right? So go way back into liking Deschutes brewing and that sort of thing, and lots of different beers. And my husband started brewing his own beer, in the early 2000s or whatever. And we really got into it. And then he went to the Great American Beer Festival. I had just had a baby, so I was home, and he sent me a photo of himself with all of his buddies, and they had like just massive necklaces on with beef jerky and like all these things. I'm like, what'd you guys do? And they're like, oh, it took us half a day to make these, but everybody wears them here at this Great American Beer Festival. I'm like, okay, like nobody sells them? Like, no. It's like, you guys really wanted those and took the time to make them. So like little ding ding in my head. I was a special education teacher before, but I had been staying home. So with a kiddo, and I'm like, I may need to start a little side hustle here. So started making them in my kitchen and selling them at like festivals, set up a booth. People enjoyed them. And then I started getting interest for like larger quantities of these pretzel necklaces. And sorry, to rewind, y'all know what a pretzel necklace is, right? Like if you're in the beer community, generally you do.
Yeah. I believe we're all
pretzels on
familiar.
a string, right? And it cleanses your palate, keeps you snacking, kind of makes things, move along. I can't like say that it keeps you from getting too drunk. The lawyers say that, I can't say that, but I'm just saying it will protect you in some ways. So anyways, it's a great tool, right? So I started making them and selling them, and people wanted them in case packs. Can I get 200, 300? So long story short, I moved from kitchen production to full-blown packaged food registration, like Lay's potato chips would be. And then, that's our website. Previously being a special education teacher, I am definitely a social purpose focused person. So I collaborate with a local, um, kind of like a transition shelter called St. John's Program for Real Change, where women who are in recovery are changing their lives. And I employ women at that shelter and train them. And it's often their first paycheck before they get back up on their feet and get full-time employment.
Yeah. Why was it important to you to build a social enterprise element into Neck Nosh?
I think because like that's just kind of my personality. I taught special education for 10 years. I like to kind of you know, fight for those that don't have my privilege, or, however you want to word it. I just like looking, finding ways that I can help my community, help people around me. And so leaving the special education realm, I still wanted to do, and I did hire actually people with disabilities for a year to make these, but we could not keep up with the production speed. So I pivot there, and then ended up doing this, and it's been a really cool collaboration. So it's been
Yeah, isn't it? It's y'all are the only ones that do this. Is that
pretty
true?
much on this scale. Yeah. There are people kind of, like I started, right, slinging them at a festival, but like to get the licensing and all the qualifications that I've met, I have not seen anything like that. So we are at our local airport. We are at, we've been at Legoland. I've sold to Major League NFL teams, and Toyota orders from, my company every year. So it's, we're out there, but looking for the big consistent breakthrough. Shock Top Pretzel Wheat made a big old order from us as they were launching out one year. So, I mean, and I have a lot of repeat customers for festivals. So that's kind of cool. Definitely with the economy right now, people's extra kind of buffer budget for those things have gone down. But been doing it for 8 years or so.
So Amani's asking if those are spent crane.
That would be cool, right? So I actually don't bake and make the pretzels. It's all about quick making the, because since they are strung by hand, and we have a special tool that we make to string them. But if we were baking the pretzels and all that, the price of them would be so high. So we buy the pretzels in bulk actually, and use food grade twine and package them that way. That would be so cool though. And we've tried all kinds of different things on the necklaces too, like beef jerky and cookies, and that's fun. But really companies are looking for what is the lowest price packaged product that can get people out there socializing, having fun, that sort of thing. So that's been our ticket.
Doug, do you have anything? Or
so I had stepped off because I still have the pack.
Oh, there you go. That's like our airport label. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one that you sent me. I actually wanted to take this. I went to New Orleans and I forgot to pack it.
Oh, that's right. You sent me a message.
Like,
of shame.
Boo me. So yeah.
You didn't even have to tell me that you
said. I did. I said boo me. Yeah, so but yeah, so what maybe I missed it when I stepped off camera, but when you got into the idea of having homeless / unhoused women to work for you, how did that come about? What was the impetus for that? Because I think having a socially conscious business these days is not the norm.
It's not the norm. I was part of a food incubator program because going from teaching to a food business is definitely a pivot, right? And that program is very community focused. So also kind of in that group, as I'm brainstorming with people and talking to the community about ideas and saying, okay, I'm working with Pride Industries, people with special needs. And, right now it's just kind of we're not hitting the mark with the mass amount of production that we needed at the time. That's kind of where that nudge came, and I reached out. And so this program is an 18-month program for women that want to commit. It's a huge sacrifice. They go into this program and they're housed, they're fed, they get their food handler's permit. They contribute to that community, that building, get job skills, all that sort of thing. And then during that process, they might be employed with me. So
that's pretty amazing. Like, especially in our environment today, the way things are, where things are getting crazy expensive and it's difficult, especially if you are disadvantaged and you're homeless or you're unhoused, or like if you have mental health struggles and that cause you to be unhoused. Like, there's a million ways that you can be homeless, And it's not just, oh, well, they're lazy. That is rarely the case.
No.
It is almost always something that happened that beyond their control, or it might be something where they got wrapped into something that they couldn't control.
Right.
So, it's great seeing a very socially conscious brand come forward and say, I'm going to help these folks.
Yeah.
And so,
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's rewarding for me. It definitely adds a lot of extra steps because I don't have the same employees, right? I have employees for 3 or so months, and then because thankfully they're moving on. They're graduating, getting full-time positions, that sort of thing. So it is a little extra work, but it is worthwhile. And it's important to me. It's what drives me to keep with it. So that's kind of how I work.
I have another quick question, Greg, if you're okay, or do you have something?
Is it about, I want to ask her about the employment reentry part. Yeah.
Yeah. My quick question was before, because yours might take a little longer. Mine is just like how difficult it is to train the folks to do that job for to come into your business.
Yeah, I'm learning because this is the second year of this model to have a little overlap. So the senior employee that ends up getting like a little bit of a raise toward the end of there is helping with the training, right? So it's kind of like that. And there's always kind of that, I do it, we do it, then you do it kind of release of responsibility. And I'm getting a better system down of kind of, I would love an automated, like a model that's like a video program that helps train too, right? So it's just kind of more streamlined. But yeah, I mean, it can be time intensive, but I'm getting better. It's the best summary I can give you.
Yeah. Greg, go ahead. Sorry.
Employment is a huge piece of reentry. It's also about building confidence and stability.
Sure.
Have there been any specific breakthrough moments with your team members that made the hard work worth it?
Oh gosh, yeah. Like, hey, I just want to let you know I just bought my first car with the paychecks I got from you. And now I can drive to go see my kid in the Bay Area that I've been, estranged from. Oh, I just want to let you know, this helped me get into my first apartment. And also I write letters of recommendation for the women. It's women in recovery, and a lot of them have children as well. Letters of recommendation for that first full-time job once they're exiting the program. So that makes a difference. And often I'll take the crew out, and there's just, these women are so inspirational, incredible. I absolutely adore them. They're amazing. So yeah, I'm constantly getting, and it's not all rainbows and butterflies. There've definitely been some hiccups and some moments where I pull my hair out or whatever, just like any job. But it's been really cool.
Nice. What's up, Doug?
I don't know. What JHG said was very true. Like I have been, on this streak lately of just being like hyper emotional, and like I'll see different things, and it's just like I watched something today where so I'm partially deaf, and so I watched this thing where this kid who's deaf met this like, the Savannah Bananas, like the goofy teams, and it was this other team that plays in that same league.
Yeah.
And this kid got to meet one of the players. He really likes one of the players. The guy knew some very rudimentary sign language. So he did the sign language.
Yeah.
And the guy sent him a baseball and said, hey, thanks for teaching me more sign language. You're the best. And wrote his name. And so the mom read him the baseball because he couldn't read.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the kid did this motion where he was like this. And I was like, she's like, did you give him a sign name? Which in the deaf community is a big deal.
Oh.
This like 6-year-old kid gave this guy a sign name, which is that I sent that to Daniel, commented that got me super teary. And hearing stuff where you talk about these women who are coming from a real place of struggle, and now they're able to go see their kids because they got a car or they have a place to live, like basic things that a lot of us just really take for granted. And it's, I don't know, you are affecting lives in a way that I wish I could, if that makes sense.
I appreciate that. I'm blessed to be able to do it. And it is really incredible experience. And like just the grit and the background and the experiences some of the women that I work with have had. I mean, they've endured so much and still keep pushing and hustling, and it's incredible. But yeah, I think you're right. And like in times like today, like any wonderful story that really touches the heart is just like, we need that.
Yeah. We see enough of the rotten stuff. Let's see some
Right.
good stuff, right?
Exactly. Let's find some genuine, it's genuine people.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Erica, are there any or how much of your identity as an educator carried over to being an employer and a mentor?
Ooh, great question. So I probably over explain sometimes. So yeah, and I have a son who has dyslexia and I like visuals. So I'm always like spell things out, map it out. I think it's like out of respect to do for other people, not just like trying to dumb it down, but to make sure that I'm providing all the information needed. So I would say generally I'm a pretty good communicator with staff and employees because of my education background. I like to make sure I'm pretty thorough.
Like I have a question about Neck Nosh. Do you so the future, what does it look like? Do you plan to scale your social impact? Or maybe looking,
Yeah.
is there another genre that what do wine drinkers need
I
pretzels
know
too,
wine drinkers is definitely
or
something I haven't tapped into, Greg. I think it's underutilized. So I definitely stuck with the beer community maybe for too long because I mean, I know the beer community is kind of struggling in some ways and also festivals and stuff
many
had
ways?
right like had all this kind of
Mhm.
extra funds that like I said I had people for 5 years repeating orders and now they're like, dude, we do not have this buffer anymore and I get it. So maybe I was also thinking promotional products, that sort of thing. I also kind of run another business. And then so I'm just trying to like balance my time, but I think that it could launch uh to a lot of different avenues. So throw it at me.
How how far are you from like Napa Valley?
Not far, like 2 hours.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, the folks in
Uh,
Napa Valley, not saying they aren't struggling, but I
right.
bet you can do business there. Sorry,
Right.
Greg.
They
Did I
might.
No, no,
step
no,
on you
no,
there?
no. No. I was just gonna say I don't know how this is not a natural fit with the THC folks, but maybe
Ooh,
I'm
I
wrong.
know. I know.
Oh,
Yeah, like the 420
damn.
festival around here, everybody's like, "You need to go there." I mean, come on, a snack on your neck? It's like,
I don't
I
have to
guess I
move.
Right.
It's right on my neck.
like, come on, don't have to get off the couch. I don't, just goes with you. So, I mean, yeah, I think there's more to be explored there for sure.
So can we go to the beer side real quick?
Oh,
Have
yes,
you
yeah.
seen? So obviously you are a festival, you're a beer festival culture person, I would say, right?
Generally, yeah.
Have you seen the culture change at the beer festivals over the last maybe few years since you've really gotten into it,
Yeah,
or
I have. So like for example, the Great American Beer Festival, I went to for the first time in 2018 and I had started this business maybe 2 years prior or so and then went in 2023 maybe. And it was so much like less life to it. And it made me sad. But I think they had also paused it for a couple of years, so that might have been why. Just like the energy of the folks and the crazy costumes and all that just didn't quite pop like they did before. And then in just kind of what are the beer fests like where you guys live? Are they like you pay a flat fee and then you can drink unlimited, or do you buy tokens? Like,
Uh, it's for the ones like so. The one I'm actually going to one with Greg this year in Wisconsin, which I've never been to, which is Great Taste of the Midwest, which is
oh
like
my
the
gosh,
I've never been. Greg lives there, so it's like in his backyard.
you're going to it?
Yeah.
I'm so
So
jealous.
I'm super psyched because we've had a lot of local brewers around Greg on the show, and I get to
Hmm.
meet them in person, which is awesome.
That is so
But
cool.
but I think you just like the beer festivals for us, at least for me, that I've been to is basically you pay a fee and you go in and you drink what you want.
Nice.
There's not a token thing to it. I've never been to GABF. My brother-in-law and my son both live in Denver. I mean, if I ever wanted to, I could.
Oh, cool.
But it's a bit intimidating for me to go to it because it's so massive.
It is so massive.
And like I can understand. I think it got so big that like, you were talking about sort of the soul of it leaving a bit.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
I wonder if it's just so big that it's hard to have that. Like there's an interesting one that Greg and I went to one in New Orleans, which was an offshoot of one called Barrel and Flow, which is in Pittsburgh. Barrel and Flow is the only black owned beer festival in the entire country.
Okay.
Almost all the all the brewers that come have at least a collaboration with a black brewer.
Cool.
All the food vendors are black, live artists. It's just this awesome beer festival, right?
Yeah, I bet.
And then we went to the one in New Orleans, and it was the first time he did it, and it was a little sparse, but that's because it's his first year doing it. And he lives in Pittsburgh, the guy that runs it. So the difference, like beer festival in New Orleans is funny. But man, New Orleans is just such a great city. I think that festival will be fine. But like that one too, you just go and you pay an amount, and then you go in and you just have what you want.
Okay.
And I will say, of all the beer festivals I've been, Barrel and Flow is the only one where people just aren't. They're just getting completely fucking hammered.
They weren't.
Oh, like
they were just...
there are people that do that, but I mean, the vast majority, it was like this community. Like everybody's hanging out, everybody's talking. All the brewers talk to everybody. They hang out. Like it's kind of a big party. I mean, Greg, maybe I'm talking out of turn here. I'd like to get because you were there. I think the first one, I was not. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, apparently Greg has a good beer, so let's hear what that is because he's like having an orgasm on the screen over there.
Let's see. Let's hold it up and see what it is. What's it look like? It looks clear.
Really?
Hey, I've done that a few times on screen too. So
really,
sometimes they are pretty exciting.
Doug or Daniel take credit for this one?
Oh, that's me.
What is it?
The fountain.
Yeah,
yeah. Greg, go ahead and tell me what
you think.
Yeah,
fuck beer. It is fucking amazing.
Look at the ABV on that beer.
I can't. What is it, Doug?
I will tell you, it's 3.5%.
Whoa!
It is one of the best beers I've had in like 3 or 4 years.
A smoky ale.
Uh-huh.
Like a clear,
Well, look how dark it is.
Let's see. Oh, it is dark. Okay, I couldn't tell from.
Yeah, it's like a dark ale, but it's like 3.5%. Smoky. I still actually have one, but I still have one of those in my fridge downstairs.
I'll get us a better shot at this. I have to. But yeah, no, Doug, this is excellent. It's really smoky. If you don't like smoky beers, you won't like this beer.
It's legit.
So I love smoky beers. Erica, do you like smoky beers?
I can do a smoky beer. I mean, it's got to be the right moment. On a hot day, not so much, but
no, not on a hot day. Agreed.
Doug, yeah, I don't know. You could maybe pull that off if you're at a barbecue eating ribs.
Oh,
but I'm with you though. Generally speaking, no, you know what I mean. It has to pair or something. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it feels out of place. I'm with you. It's more definitely like fall fire pit. You know what I mean? Like that's a smoky beer to me. That fall season. But yeah. Doug. I really enjoyed this one. Thank you for sliding it my way. And I thought we have a question. Oh, we're still talking about Neck Nosh.
Oh, what else you guys got? We talked about Neck Nosh plenty.
Okay.
Necknosh.com.
Yeah.
Hashtag Neck Nosh. Just kidding.
There's a couple of things that quick, Greg. There's a comment that I sent this beer to Daniel too.
Yeah, do some comments here. Yeah.
So this is Skib Soul, which is the name of it. It's called the Fountain. This was actually released by a brewery near. I'm not gonna say near me. It's like 2 hours away. One of my favorite breweries in New York State is called Westkill Brewing. They make just amazing freaking beer, and they do like high gravity beers at all. Like they just, I think their highest one is like 7.5. Like they just make super great beers. And this one was one they were doing because a friend of the brewery was releasing a book, and the book was named The Fountain. So they made this beer in honor of her releasing a book.
Sweet.
So it was a limited release. I just happened to be there. I was like, this is awesome. I'm going to take a 4-pack of it home. I wish I would have brought 2 4-packs because it was that good.
Are they a Scandinavian brew? What's the Skib Soul? That looks very Scandinavian.
Yeah, that is Skib Soul or ship beer. And then Daniel, who's like our resident historian guy, just knows a lot of stuff.
Daniel, look at him.
It's traditionally served with food aboard a long ship voyages to Crew.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I have to say that beer like was one of the more surprisingly like every beer I had there was excellent, but
Sweet.
that beer just completely floored me because I like smoky beers, but having a smoky dark beer that's 3.5% just like kind of just boggles my brain a bit.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a treat.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do have one, so here it is. Maybe Greg can show it a little better there. Look how
Yeah,
dark
nice.
that is.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. And you can have a couple of them because it's just not going to knock you out right away. That's kind of
Yep.
nice.
Is it the
Skip Soul.
Fountain? Yeah, Skip Soul Smoky Ale. So kudos to West
Sweet.
Kill.
Delicious.
I have a second too, if you don't mind.
Oh, bring it. What you got?
So this is a Doppelbock
Oh,
that I got from Westbrook.
right on.
Westbrook Brewing is boy, I want to. This one is 8.2.
Nice.
That's a little bigger than I thought it was.
It's
That is out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. I didn't realize that's out of South Carolina, but yeah. So we're gonna give this a go. I love Doppelbocks, so hopefully this is good.
do it. It's like 3 of Greg's beer, so you know you're already.
Yeah, the problem is the third one I had. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to drink because I thought this was less. But yeah, so we're going to give that guy a nice pour. I am very aggressive with the pours because I like all that, which is
Yeah, you like the frothy.
well. I also like it to kind of open up that way. So
Nice.
when Greg gets back on camera, we're going to have him explain milk tubes to you. So
Yeah, I'm a little. The only thing I can get is the type of glass you guys had when you were drinking it. Were both like narrow and tall, and then they were all like foamed up. What is this milk tube situation? Never heard it.
yeah, again, I'm going to let Greg explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something you came up with, or is this like a thing?
No, this is like a sort of a trend, I guess.
Okay.
It's an ancient Chinese secret.
What?
No, it's not.
Doug, you set me up, and I don't have pictures. I'm
This guy's full
going
of
to get
shit.
the
Pretty
pictures.
I'm a
much, yeah.
little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed because Greg has lots of pictures of these things. So.
Yeah, but I don't have them on like demand, like this. Like I got to go to my photos and all that. So in the meantime, while Doug doesn't throw me under the bus production wise, we're gonna go do this, right, Doug?
Yeah. All right.
Promise. I promise we'll get to the milk tubes. I promise we'll get to the milk tubes. Hold on, Doug. I promise we'll get to the milk tubes after this. I just have to go and get some. I want a presentation. I want to show everybody. I want to show you, Eric. I don't want to just talk about it. So.
Oh yeah.
Doug?
All right. So
What are y'all reading?
let's start with Erica.
Ooh.
Please explain this.
Okay, so I just started reading this book. It came out this spring or maybe winter, and we went on a weekend trip, and I had brought it with me. So I think the Rethink Everything series is kind of like there's all different things that could rethink everything you know about golf, or I'm not sure, kind of like the blah 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 for dummies series,
Yeah.
but kind of even cooler. So this has a lot of our beer friends in it, which is why I purchased it. And it's just different excerpts from folks in the beer community and about how craft beer is even more about people than it is beer. And so I don't know if you know, like Brew Pugs, Wendy. I think she's in, I'm going to get this wrong, South Carolina. Jess Merritt is from California. She is Beer Babe Jess. Aloe Glincy is in this book.
That's right. He did talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he just moved out to the Bay Area. So he's not far from me. Maybe eventually get to connect with him. So it's each of their kind of experience cracking into the craft beer world. And once again, I think it is a lot more about how beer is more about people than beer too. Community.
Yeah. I can't recommend hanging out with Aloe enough. Aloe is just
Oh,
super duper nice guy.
cool.
And I was did Rachel have a piece in that or not? I can't remember if she had anything.
I
in this
don't know
book.
if she
No.
did. She should, because she's like just
She's a friggin' whiz.
absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic and incredibly knowledgeable and just compelling to listen to as a human and be
Yeah.
around. But I don't think she is in that one. I think she's pretty good friends with Aloe though, and they do some kind of
Yeah, they do some things.
labs.
I've tuned into some of the things that they do in online course, talking about different styles of beer and things like
Yes.
that. And Aloe is a Cicerone, and I
Right.
think Rachel is like an advanced Cicerone, and she's studying for like the highest level Cicerone.
She's doing like BJCP. Yeah.
Yeah, but that shit is like, I think there's like 25 people on the planet that have that one. So
She's always reaching for the next thing because she can. She's just so smart and
Yeah.
so motivated.
yeah, she's a rock star. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right.
super cool. So yeah, I think I haven't got far into this book yet. I'm excited to just and it was to like support just friends in the beer community. But that's kind of I'm a more of a podcast person. I'm always listening while I'm doing things. But that is a book that I've cracked open.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So I have two, and I'm going to say that I am cheating a bit because I just got these.
Okay.
But the first one is I Who Have Never Known Men, which is part of my book club book. It is basically a book that was released in early 2000s. It's a dystopian book, which is all up my alley because I like that shit.
Yeah.
And it's also written by a female author, and I've been trying to diversify my bookshelf for a long time now.
Okay.
So the more anybody that's not a white male, if I can read more books by people that aren't white guys, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
So I will be starting to read that tomorrow because my book club meeting is next Wednesday, so I kind of have to get on.
Gotta crank through that.
This book is only 167 pages, so I think
Okay.
I'll be okay with that.
Right on.
The other one is one I've been meaning to get. I actually wanted to listen to the audiobook, but the audiobook is only available on Audible, and if I can avoid paying Jeff Bezos a cent, I will obviously do that. I will look that up in a second, JC, because I didn't look it up much, but it's called Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is like this kind of goofy thing where it's like almost like a almost like a Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
thing,
Okay.
but it's goofy, and they have
Yeah.
all these silly characters. The side character is a cat named Donut who talks. So I'm looking forward to digging into that, but I got to get to the other book first. So
Right on.
so I'm gonna look up what the plot of that book is for Jayshi because I cannot remember what it was.
That's awesome that you're in a book club, though. I love that. That's
And that book club is a book club that they will read stuff that you wouldn't normally pick up. Whereas my
Yeah.
wife's in a book club and they will read a fuck ton of romance.
yeah.
And my wife's like, I don't mind reading some of it, but they're like, can we like divvy it up a little, change it up.
That makes sense.
Doug, what's wrong with romance?
Nothing is wrong with romance. It's just
It was a
matter
joke.
like-
It was a
but they
dumb
just-
answer.
but it's like they do
Romance.
that. It's just like an overwhelming amount of it.
Yeah.
So like,
Don't answer it.
That's a fun thing
Stop.
about book clubs, just like mix things up, try some things you wouldn't normally try, or like that's fun to do something that's not mainstream. So yeah, that's cool.
I thought you were romantic.
yeah.
Is that what
Sorry,
she
yeah.
said?
So yeah, this is the thanks for looking it up. So tells the story of 39 women imprisoned in an underground bunker guarded by silent men and focuses on the youngest prisoner with no memory of the world before captivity.
Oh, that has
Maybe. And
that
Wow.
that has to be fiction because the men were silent.
Absolutely.
Quite true.
Oh.
Anywho, are we done with reading, y'all?
I think so.
Cool.
Oh,
So milk tubes the origin of milk tubes goes back to Czechoslovakia, and I'm sure Daniel will tell me when, but since the invention of the faucet, and when they made the faucet, they used to make these foam pours, Erica, where they were just beers that just had all foam. They're called Milko pours. This started in Czechoslovakia. Human Robot is a brewery in Philly, and what they did was they took those because you have to have like a special. It's called a Luker faucet. You have to have a
Okay.
special faucet to make these foam pours. Basically, it's just like taking all the foam off the beer and just putting it in. And then so Human Robot, which is in Philadelphia, I believe, Daniel can confirm that because he confirms every fact on this.
I can
He's our
confirm that
Daniel.
because I've been to Human Robot, and yes,
he's
here.
he's our human fact checker. So Human Robot started doing these Milko pours in tubes, and it looks like this, Erica.
Whoa.
And so then one of my favorite breweries in Wisconsin is Well 202. For many reasons, we won't go down that road for now, but they're great. But I believe that is a $2 pour there. And what happens, Erica, is that like these pours. So right up the street,
Whoa.
there's a brewery called McFleshman's. So then this is what happens when you have 6 friends in a brewery. We order 6 milk tubes, and we all just do them, and they're just fun. Here's me with name dropping, of course. Tracy from Boulder Junction. She's our 4th or 5th head brewer woman in Wisconsin. So she's a boss. She just started a brewery. But yeah, you see,
Awesome.
so they're just fun. They're I really think, Erica, I think that it needs to catch on in craft beer. I think this could be a way to get the kids involved. We can talk about how the kids aren't drinking beer like they used to. And by kids, I mean those
Right,
20-year-old
like
people.
the noobs. Yeah.
Yeah. The young folks, the Generation Z, they're not drinking it. But these tubes, I've just been fascinated by them. I love them. They taste great. It's actually not. It's like a sweeter type beer. I mean, you taste the beer, but it almost feels like a nightcap. Meaning, you're at the bar, you're drinking, you had some beers, and you're just gonna like have like a dessert beer.
Huh.
It just makes it really, really nice. And start demanding these things, y'all,
That
from your
is
brewer. They just have to
fascinating.
buy a
I've
faucet.
never
They have to
heard of
buy
it.
a faucet.
Special,
It costs
okay.
like a couple $100, but like
So
they're great.
it's not the beer itself, it's the faucet. So could you take any beer and make it a milk tube based on the tap? Or you
Absolutely.
okay. So
Absolutely. Now,
what?
some styles will probably be better.
Yeah.
You probably want to stick with the lagers and the lower ABV. I'm not sure if you're going to get. I would love to taste a big old sticky stout with 18 adjuncts like this guy likes, but like it would be amazing. But yeah, I think it might be stout because I've only seen they're so limited, and I've only seen like like Czech style. So for example, Working Draft here, Doug knows Working Draft. They do their Czech Fest actually is coming up in 2 weeks. They have 13 taps of these different taps of all Czech beers. And that's how they celebrate their Czech lager is Czech Fest is amazing.
Okay, so
I'm sorry,
when
Eric,
you
I cut
drink
you off. So
these-
you have some questions.
So when you drink these, I have so many questions. I'm mind blown because I've never heard these. Okay.
I get sit here all night.
So you take a milk tube and then is it like a kind of thing as you're drinking it? Like, is it noisy? Is it kind of like
it's a shot.
It's a shooter.
You do it when they come, you have to do them because what happens is otherwise they liquefy to beer.
Yeah, so you just kind of
So it's
and
you could see where some of the ones that were poured later,
yeah,
you know what I mean, have more beer in them because the foam is turning into beer.
Okay, all right,
So
and then wow, okay,
yeah, it's great, and they're like $2 or something.
Yeah, because there's not a ton of alcohol in them, right? It's a lot of it's frothed
it's
up.
a lot of foam. But it also what it does too, Erica, is it goes against that whole fill my beer up and foam is wasting my beer and you're not giving me my old beer. No, foam is part of the beer, especially depending on what style we're talking. You already know. Certain styles you need that head, you need that foam there. It's part of the whole experience, and people are like, and I'm just like, give me the foam. So they have like these Schnitt pours that are like half. I didn't show you those, but I have those where it's just like it's like a mug, and it's just like half the beer is foam, half the beer is beer. And
that vault you poured at the beginning of the show, that was the same brewery that you were just showing here, right? And then it was
Yes.
kind of a half and half pour because you poured it from the bottle, right? I mean,
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
but
yeah.
for you, if you saw no liquid, that would be like the prime pour for you.
That's let's go. I just love it, and it's just a different sensory perception, and it's also a different beer. Like it's the same beer, but it's definitely different sensory. So the next time, ask for look for a lucre pour. Another thing too is if a brewery does Kolsch service, if y'all want to talk about Kolsch service, they're really likely to have one of those lucre pours. So there's a little hint there because they respect that Czech legacy stuff with the Kolsch, and they the Kolsch service is I believe a Czech thing. Daniel, check me on that. It's Kolsch. I get mixed up. Is Kolsch the style from Czechoslovakia or is it from Germany?
Kolsch.
Kolsch is from Germany. Cologne.
Yeah.
So my bad. Yeah, Schnitt.
Okay.
Schnitt is half beer, half foam. But no, so Kolsch service. If a brewery is likely to do Kolsch service, they're likely to have one of those pours. Is my point. They're traditional. And Kolsch service. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but you may have had. Have you
like a slow pour?
Like no, a Kolsch service is like where they just keep bringing you Kolsch's and you just keep drinking them in these little things. And then they have like a little marker, and they just keep serving you Kolsch's. They see it end it, and it just comes, and this is like this little pour, but you just get fresh Kolsch's like delivered.
Fogo de Chao,
Wisconsin. You guys and your cheese and your beer. Why have I not been there?
Don't mess around with the beer here.
I have to say though, he'll probably not watch this, but there's a podcast that I get to be on every once in a while called Craft Beer Republic, and Flex Me a Beer. Flex is from Wisconsin, and he has never brought this up. And I'm totally going to shame on him for not teaching us about this. Like, what the heck?
It's a new phenomenon. It's kind of
new.
It's kind of new for sure.
Well, it's new for the U.S. Like it's new for the
yeah.
Well, Volt hasn't been a brewery for a year.
Okay.
So there's that, but they're not the only ones doing them here. I showed you McFlushmans and all that. So and Human Robots done them. What was it, Daniel? 10, 15 years ago or something. So they've been around and just haven't really caught on. So I really want them to catch on because I think it's it's funny because people are like, well, it's a gimmick. And I'm like, interesting word because a gimmick usually means something that comes and goes really quick. These things have been around for centuries. So gimmick is not the word for this.
There you go.
I don't even know if fat is the word either. I mean, maybe fat is the word with the milk tubes because they weren't always tubes, but whatever. Point is, craft beer needs something in it. We need some juice somewhere.
I believe you. Like
something because it's just not good.
Right. Like bringing in bingo and like all these different things. It's fun, whatever. But like we need to get the beer exciting and get people engaged with the beer more. Again, yes, that's cool. I hope that's something that's going to take off.
And while we're here, we might as well just address this while we're here, and then we can get to watching, Doug. But while we're here, Erica, I think what we're seeing, and I like it. I think we're seeing breweries double down on their community and the community experience that they can offer as opposed to just some bar. And I think that's what we're seeing here in Wisconsin because clearly we like to drink beer, and clearly we have our bars, but we also have our breweries, and our breweries are even more leaning into the community things. Oak Brewing, shout out to Oak Brewing. They have doggy pictures where they put on a thing and your dog can come in and take pictures, like a family picture with your dog, and you take a picture with your dog. And so there's just all these different things going on. So speak to, do you think that that's sustainable, or is that something where breweries should work on? And also, have you seen any, like, you almost said it, have you seen any weird or fun things that your breweries are doing to attract people?
Yeah. You're right. It does bring in community. I've seen a lot of just kind of the same stuff, like music bingo, paint nights, craft nights, like makers markets, those sorts of things. I hope that people are spending money at the brewery when they're doing this. Sometimes I feel like I'm not seeing that as much. They come in, they do the activity, maybe have a beer. We really need to support these breweries when we're in there. And that's just important in my thoughts. But anyways, anything absolutely out there. I haven't really seen too many. I guess they had like wrestling. At one of our local ones is now shut down. So I'm Joe Hendry.
You have hecklers.
Oh, good Lord. In fact, talking about wrestling, I know someone that likes wrestling, and this is not a wrestling show. So
We talk about
anyways.
everything.
Okay.
We talk
but
about everything.
in any case, yeah, I would say that, yeah, kind of the same old. I don't know. What's the coolest thing you guys have seen?
Doug?
The coolest thing we've seen in
Yeah.
Like
beer,
in-
you mean?
Like at a brewery for an event, or
Like a
I said-
community event at a brewery, Doug.
Yeah.
Or an event to bring in people or something weird and off the wall. You don't have to see one, but breweries are doing a whole lot of different things these days, is the point.
I'm going to tell you one that I've seen at one brewery, and it was bring your book. And it was a quiet hour
Oh.
where you would read and have beer. And it was quiet like a library. And it was interesting as shit because as a reader myself, I was like, cool, I can go to a brewery. Most breweries are really loud.
Yeah.
And you go and you're having craft beer and you're sitting there and you're reading, and other people around you are reading as well.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it's
I
like-
did
it
do that
was-
at my house.
It was like an introvert's fucking dream of a brewery thing. Like everybody just go, and the one they had, like they go at each like table had a series of blankets if you wanted blankets.
What?
It was a really cool idea. I saw
Yeah.
it once, and I actually couldn't make it because I had something going on that night, but I really wish I could have went because that would have been a really nifty thing to do. But
For sure. I want to
That's
do that
the-
at my house and like just do it like smoothies for the kids and just be like silent smoothies and reading time. I'm just thinking about ways I can get it quiet in here. I like that. It's a great idea. Bring your book, silent time.
how old are your kids, Erica? Sorry, I forgot to ask.
10 and 12.
Oh, they're in the sweet. Well, 12 is a little bit rough, but
They're sassy tweens. No,
eh,
10-year-old
Mhm.
girl. Yeah.
usually like 6 to 10, they're like kind of like they can take care of themselves a little bit, but they're not like an asshole.
Yeah,
Like
no,
they-
they're
like when they get to a certain point when they're tweens, it's like okay, like I get it. Like
they're fun as hell. They
shit's going
are.
on, things are bouncing around inside of you, but holy shit. what are you
I love
doing?
spending time with them, but they're total assholes too. I was just telling Greg from Craft Beer Republic, or Joe McHenry, or whoever that was that popped in, that my
Joe
daughter,
Henry.
my daughter told me that, and her teacher asked the whole class, what is it that your parents do that embarrass you? And she said, oh, me. My mom
Oh, she
runs around the house.
volunteered?
Yo, she volunteered. Hell yeah, she did. My mom runs around the house saying Gen Z slang and dancing like an idiot. And just told her class, because I'm like, that's my daughter. It's real fun to go into parent teacher conferences now that the teacher knows that.
Yeah, but I guarantee you when your kids are adult, they're gonna think that was at least you were involved.
Yeah, I mean,
you were trying.
I am not afraid to make a fool of myself, I guess. But then you don't need to go and tell other people. You don't need to tell the 32 other kids in your class and your teacher. That is, anyways, once again.
So,
Tangent.
Erica, here is a snit pour. So,
Oh, that is foamy as hell. Wow. Okay. 50-50.
right, and you sip
whatever.
that one. You don't pound that one. You sip that one.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of foam in your
The mustache maker. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had like what's the slow Pilsner pour? Like where it like goes up above the glass. Like it's traditionally an Italian Pilsner that does that.
Mm-hmm.
I have one at Bierstadt in Denver, which is, I don't know if you
Same.
can see, I have one of their stickers there on my fridge back behind me here. But also a very big LGBTQ rights place. So
Yeah.
awesome.
Super
Yeah,
cool place. I love that place. And you have family in
Yeah.
Denver, right? So yeah, that's cool.
I do. So when we went there, I always want to go there because also they have a lot of standard German fucking give me all the make them
Such
the
clean
style
beer.
and I'm going to be happy. But they did that whole Italian and that was just a cool experience. It wasn't quite the thing is it's not the milk tube, Greg. It's not that. It's just here's your Pilsner and we're going to pile the foam really high and then it dissipates into the glass over time. So
For sure.
And then Here's a full milko pour, Erica.
Oh my God. Are you sure that's not a glass of milk? Holy crap. That's crazy.
Right.
That's
Why do you think they
perfect
call it a
pour for-
Milko pour?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Amen. Let's
I have never seen anything like that.
let's go. Love them. Love
It's
them,
just
love them,
you
love them.
pound
Can't
it,
go
you
enough.
got all this foam on your face.
And then you'll have to burp.
hilarious.
You're gonna have to burp.
Okay. It's supposed to be just a good ass
And
time.
you might fart later, but
That's what it is.
it's all part of the experience, though.
That's lovely.
Like, you're gonna fart anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All
that
right.
slow pour beer stout is amazing. And Geisthaus Brewing here that also gets a lot of awards like GABF, blah blah blah. They do that slow pour, and they're delicious. But beer
Yeah.
stout, it's just an
Yeah.
experience.
Our friend Manny lives in Sacramento. And
Oh.
he talked earlier on the show, but he's in the middle of doing a couple things, so he's not
Okay.
like red thing. I asked him to get me stuff from there because I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
really want to try their stuff, but he just hasn't had a chance. And honestly, then he has to ship it across the country, which is a pain in the ass. So yeah, I would love to have stuff from them.
Yeah. I swung by there recently to get cans to send my friend Greg, and their entire case was empty, and I was so pissed because it's like 45 minutes from my house or so, and it's just when you make that trip, you're excited to get beer. Anyways, they're good folks
Erica,
though.
Erica, do you have friends still back in Oregon?
All of my family is there, and friends. I do have friends there as well.
Are they beer folks or no?
I mean, not like I'm a beer folk, but beer folks.
I'm
generally.
just wondering. I'm just wondering in Oregon. I can't imagine they don't have a bunch of places that have milk pours and Lucre taps. That place is like hipster central for
It is
things.
so
and
hipster.
How do they not have that?
Right?
Well, you're assuming that it's hipster.
It
Both of
is
y'all.
hipster.
Hey, ask Erica. I'm not saying.
Both of y'all.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
if milk pours-
Milk. Doug is assuming that milk pours are hipster. and I'm
Right.
pushing back on that mess. is what
You
I'm
might
saying.
be right. Like they.
Well,
it
something
may
that
be
how's
working its
something
way.
200 years old hipster. Just saying.
Right. That's ancient. I mean, that's
I think it disqualifies it. I could be wrong. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe we define
It seems like
differently.
somewhere in Portland would be doing milk pours just because they love to be on the edge,
Oregon?
right? In Oregon, yeah.
No. There's
Like
really
they did a brewery exclusively with milk pours in Portland. I can totally see that.
Weird.
It sounds
That's
like
weird.
something.
So, burp, you may need a bathroom. So now the best part about milk tubes is it's mostly air. So it doesn't have the bloatedness that you get at all. You don't get any bloatedness because it dissipates immediately. So it's not like slamming a beer at all. You don't.
Does it go straight to your head though? I mean, I feel like all that just kind of right up.
Light. It's
I just
fluffy.
see-
It's light. It's not.
Okay.
It's not heavy at all.
Okay.
It's a thing. I love it. I
Okay.
love it. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a human robot. Yeah.
There you go. You're spreading the
Yeah.
word. Just
Yeah. It needs to catch on, but I don't know. The entry point is too. I think the fail point is two ways. You have to buy the faucet, and also, I don't know. You have to turn people onto it, so you're gonna have to give away a bunch of tubes. But I think it's really catchy. It's really
and
I don't
$2.
know. I don't
What's
know
the risk?
there isn't, and it's approachable. And the craft beer $7, at least out here, a pint now $7.50. Give me a milk. Give me like 2 Milko. Give me 3 Milko pours, and I'm out.
Here's a $5. Give me a couple Milkos. Keep the change.
Right. Or I didn't even think about it. They will be the perfect chaser, y'all. So you do a shot, and then you have a Milko pour to get that smoothness after that shot. Like,
hey man, as somebody who can't do shots anymore, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll just stick with the milk pours.
Seriously.
I'm gonna do this now. Shot in a milk pour. Look at that. Look at that.
So my question would be then, what is the shot you have with a milk pour?
Whatever.
Not whatever.
So,
there has to be a plan.
Okay, Doug. It's a tequila shot and a Milko pour of a Mexican lager.
Thank you. I
That
respect that.
satisfy you,
That is
Doug?
a great combo.
Excellent
Thank you. He
idea.
got all of my so I
I
respond.
wasn't getting all your shit. I was just like, there's got to be knowing you, I would know you would have a plan for what you're going to do with the milk.
He
pour.
delivered.
And he knew me.
And it's probably going to be an añejo tequila, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it could just be any at that point, right? It'd be
Fair,
fun.
but añejo would
Yeah,
be
but no.
preferable for you.
Right, but either way, just I said any tequila, that'd be. Are we
It's
good?
gonna chase it down
Whoa,
either way.
whoa. Let's. Nope. Not that as a shot before the milk tube. No.
I haven't had that, but it sounds like hot doo doo. What's Malort?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
a hard alcohol person.
it's some gross liquor from Chicago, basically.
Okay.
It's a mess.
I
Sounds
have
malty.
these. Oh, it's the worst shot you'll ever take in your life.
In your entire existence.
So hence the Underberg or Underberg.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It tastes like gasoline. That's with an aftertaste of gasoline. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Don't ruin a good milk tube with fucking Malort. Don't do that.
I think tequila is a respectable shot. I think that's one of the few respectable shots, to be honest with you. Just
I feel like a good vodka would be good as a shot. Yes.
Oh, it's Scandinavian. How do I not know it's I'm Scandinavian. I'm from a Scandinavian town. How did I not know that? I don't know. I guess I don't represent very well. So.
Well, I think is he talking about Underberg? Is it
Underberg or is it the Malort is Scandinavian inspired?
No, Malort is Chicago dumb shit,
okay.
Right, Doug?
Yeah. Oh, right. That's the Chicago that is a rite of passage, and people keep bottles of that in their house.
Let's not slander the Scandinavians.
It's like Chicago.
We're not trying to slander y'all with the Malort. We're not trying to do that. We're not. Malort is. It's just.
We're sturdy people. We can take it. Okay. So I'm just saying.
I've had Malort. Yeah. Oh well. Go, Doug.
Yeah, I was gonna say Malort. It's like Chicago never left the Great Depression, and they're like, "This is our drink." And I'm like, that shit sucks. We don't care. It's ours.
Oh, it's like they scraped it straight from the tub.
And it's just a shame, too, because you got Chicago food is such a culinary, the dogs and the Italian beefs and all that stuff that they got there that's so good. And then they have Malort sitting over there.
Just the name itself.
A redheaded stepchild. They got the craft beer that's amazing. And then they have Malort. But I guess it's kind of like how they have the Bears, and the Chai Sox. And who else is shitty there, Doug? Someone else is shitty there. The Cubs are good, actually, right?
Yeah, the Chicago Bulls never spend money on their team, but
the Bulls haven't been anything since Michael Jordan. Yeah. And were they anything before Michael Jordan, Doug?
Not really, no. They had Dave Corzine. Sorry, that's
that sounds like. Yeah, it sounds like they got lucky. They got Michael Jordan. But anyway.
Yeah. So I want to say Daniel did send me this video of the CEO of Jeppson's Malort.
Okay.
Did a video mocking the McDonald's CEO video, which I hope you've all seen, where the McDonald's. Did you see that one, Erica? Where the McDonald's CEO was eating the big arch, which was their new release. And he's like, I don't even know how to approach it, and he looked like a robot. It was the funniest. It was the goofiest CEO thing ever. But the Jeppson's Malort guy did it and kind of mimicked him. Okay. And it looked like, and they did it in his basement. It's like cinder block walls behind him. And he's just getting hammered on Malort. It is absolutely, as Greg would say, and his kids would say, absolute cinema.
Cinema, I like that. I still can't get past the name. It's just not respectable. The name is just terrible.
Respectable.
It's not. It's just something that you would find behind your.
Hey, would you like a shot of Malort? What the fuck is that? I don't know. Somebody made it in my tub.
Terrible.
Tell them. All right, Doug's favorite segment we're gonna do, right, Doug?
Yeah, sure. Are you ready?
Okay.
Largely for the music. That's why I love that segment, because I feel like we're going to be going into red light district in Amsterdam or something with that music. But
is that's a good thing?
Swanky.
You're saying
swanky. Did you say swanky, Eric?
That was some swanky music.
All right. I guess I will start. I'm going to start with Widow's Bay, which is this very interesting, goofy, creepy show. It's like if Twin Peaks was a horror show.
Oh,
It's super good. Stephen Root's in it. Matthew Reeves is the main guy, but Stephen Root is Milton from Office Space, and he plays like the town drunk who knows all the awful shit that this is an island like 42 miles off the coast of New England or something. And the mayor, who's Matthew Reeves, wants to make it into like I don't know, some New England getaway tourist destination, but the island is like hella haunted and has all kinds of awful shit happening on it. But I am 5 episodes in, and I just freaking love this show. It's super great. So
okay.
So can't recommend it. That's on Apple TV. My favorite streaming app of all of them, because most of the stuff they put out are just freaking bangers. So I just really enjoyed that one.
Cool.
The next one is Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen. This is horror, straight up horror. As the name implies, something very bad is going to happen. The first episode has a lot of weird shit. I want weird horror, so give me all that. That is all me all day. So I'm 3 episodes into that.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of either one of them, but that's not surprising for me.
And you probably never heard of this one.
Okay, bring it.
Outlast or Netflix. So
that
Doug,
sounds.
This is cool. Doug. This is absolutely Alone with Teams.
Okay, Alone is a great show.
Alone is pretty good. It's kind of gone downhill a little bit after 12 seasons or something, Doug. But what they do is they group these alpha. So Alone, are you familiar with Alone, Erica?
Oh yeah. My husband and son actually do like survival in the wild and stuff, and so yeah, we'll watch Alone and stuff. So I'd never heard of this one, so that's
right. So so here you go. So one of the things that I don't think is accented enough in Alone, but it's kind of hard to accent it, is that these people are alphas. They all are in control of their environment. They all want to be in control of their environment. So then when you put 4 of them together, it gets messy really fast because everybody wants to be the leader. And then so the only thing here is the only rule is that you have to be in a group. So if 3 of your people not die, if 3 of your people die, so the only way you can get out is shoot a flare. But if you don't have a group, then you have to go find another group or you have to leave. That's the only rule. So of course that means that, and this is also produced by and made by Jason Bateman, who is y'all know him. And Jason Bateman likes, again, or how about this? He acts in messy things. How about that? So this show is messy, and it's like the worst of humanity, Doug, and like the best of humanity at the same time. And the winners win $1 million split between how many people finish and all that. It's really good. It's 2 seasons, 8 shows. I ran through this, Erica, in 2 nights, Doug, or 3 nights this week. The two seasons, and now the one coming up. 2 of them were in Alaska. Now they're going to the jungle. June 10th. That is Outlast. Check it out. It's fun. It's messy. It's one of these dumb survivor shows. Yes, Erica, you had a question.
No, I'm curious about it. I want to look into it because I think we would have fun watching it as a family. Yeah.
It's a family thing, but it's messy.
But that's more like, I like Alone, but sometimes it's just a little slow. And
and it's not messy that much.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's definitely more psychological. This shit is messy, y'all. I'm telling you, it is high drama.
Okay. Before you go next, Greg, give me a second. Before you go, have you ever watched Extracted on Hulu?
Extracted.
No, I don't have. I heard about this. Y'all told me.
Let me just
don't have Hulu, so is it
Yeah,
messy
so-
though?
Oh, it's very messy because they send people out who are in a survival situation who are not survivalists.
Sweet.
And the people in the base are two family members who have to like figure out how to keep them in the game and strategize and send them things or decide not to send them things. It'd be like if I went out and fucking went in a survival thing and I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I can fish. These people don't know how to build a shelter. Like they don't know how to do base. They don't know how to build a fire. It is fucking wild that these people sign up for this. And these people, like, you'll hear these people be like, just check me out, get me out of here. And the people are like, nope. The family
you
like,
have
nope, you gotta stay in because I'm gonna make you stay in. And
Oh my gosh, the family gets to help.
the family determines when they leave.
There's got
Not
to
the
be
person
murder
out in the
involved.
wild. So yeah, it's not great TV. I'm not saying it's great. It is like just these people who like you'll have one or two people who know a little bit about how to survive, and like the last one had like this hairdresser who just didn't like she was concerned about her nails being out in the wild. I'm like, hey, if you're gonna be concerned about your nails, that is not the place you should be. You should be elsewhere.
Do you just scream at the TV the whole time? I would just be like, oh, like.
What was funny is like seeing the thing is those people are doing the very best they can out there. They don't know what they're doing. The families that are back in like they have the comfy confines of like I have food and I have shelter, and they get to determine whether their family member is going to stay in the middle of this fucking competition. It's like that person is struggling. Get them the fuck out of there. And they're like,
Right.
nope, you're staying in for more days. And I'm like, they haven't eaten in 6 days. 6 days. And you're just like, if I didn't eat for 6 days, I'd be killing people. Like
No,
I
that's
wouldn't know what to do.
There's got to be a follow-up murder show after this, some sort of, murder. Like someone dies and it's not out of starvation. It's when they get back home and they are just livid. Like I would be livid.
Yeah. So there's one there's one guy who was doing really well, and the people were like, I can't stand watching him struggle, so I'm pulling him out. And the guy came back and they bring him back. He's like, I could have stayed out there. He was mad at his family.
So it can go the other way around.
Yeah, yeah. There's certain people who can figure out how to work. Just they're not survivalists, but they can figure out how to survive out there enough. So yeah, I'm with you, Monty. Give me the best hotel that I could be there. But yeah, sorry, Greg, I interrupted you there. I'm just curious because we were in that survival show thing.
You didn't interrupt me.
I put the name down.
I will say that this one here, Obsession, is in a movie theater now. I did not know that it was released last year at Cannes or something. Obsession is a straight up horror show. It is I don't know, it keeps the suspense going, a lot of jump scenes. If y'all are a horror movie person, I would say go see this one. So I'm not much for spoilers, so I will stop there. If you want to hear more spoilers, DM me. But I'm one of those people, Erica, that the least I know about a movie, the better.
Yeah, right. You don't like watching
and
the trailers before you watch it and all that.
No, and I don't really like the previews, and especially the previews for this one were terrible. Actually, they were terrible.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, it was a horror movie, so I guess I expect horror trailers, and I'm not really a horror movie fan. So then I guess I probably didn't enjoy the trailers for this one just because of that. But I just don't. I there's an aspect of some movies where some movies. Superman. I know what I'm getting, Erica. I got it right. Yeah. But there's sometimes I'm a person who frequents Rotten Tomatoes, especially a lot of times just to see what's up. So if you're any movie that has above 90 on any scale, I'm immediately interested because I don't believe that anybody or any group in this country nowadays agrees 90% on anything. I think it's something worth my attention, or at least worth my curiosity to go. So Obsession, y'all, was, and I believe it is 95 and 94. So this worked last year with Weapons. I was going to see Sinners anyway, but Weapons I probably wouldn't have seen if it wasn't so like people were like, oh my god, it's great, go see it. I'm like, okay, cool, because I'm not a horror person. I don't mind it. It doesn't, some people are like, no, I can't do horror, but I don't like it enough to go see a mediocre horror movie. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like if it's 70 and 60, not seeing it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Unless you're like, oh my god, it should be better than that, and then I might, but nah. So is that so? Are you so? First of all, I know your mom, so you probably don't have time for movies at this point in your life, depending on how old they are. Oh, I got the ages before, so yeah, you're probably not in the movies unless it's like something you're taking them, and I don't count that as a parent.
Right.
Doesn't count. It definitely does not count as going to the movies. You're babysitting respectfully, and you're tolerating some blabbery, goofy kids shit. I'm so done with that, Doug. I'm so glad that
Thankfully our kids are adults, so we don't have to do that anymore.
I can't even do it now. But like, even if I get flashbacks if I see Blue's Clues and it's just traumatic, right?
Lord.
Or the Backyardigans or something. I just can't do it. I just can't. It was cool and I tolerated that and I was all happy and it was great. But there's just so much. I don't know. So are you a movie person, Erica? This is a long-winded.
I'm not a huge movie person. I'm a podcast person because I can multitask. And then not that I'm like, I'm against movie. I'm too cool. I do plenty of scrolling and wasting time. But if I'm watching a movie, I'm also drawing or folding laundry. I don't know if I have a little bit of attention issue with that. I don't know. But and then horror movies, dude, like I'm home alone a decent amount. I used to be home alone a lot. My husband works like nights or like has to travel, and I got the bear spray next to me. I mean, like I don't mess around. I don't like being scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, well, then don't see this one. Don't go. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
It's a severe horror movie. If that makes sense. But it's not. I wouldn't call it a slasher. I would call it one of those. It's not.
Is it like more ghosts, like supernatural?
It's psychological. How about that?
Oh, dang. Okay. All of it.
And it's one of those ones that builds.
Oh.
Yeah, and this. And like you
laugh.
want the tension to break and it doesn't. You need the tension. No. It's like it's like that. Doug, here's my example. It's like that. It's like that. It's summer and it's so hot, and you want the fucking rain to come through and like break that fucking like haze and that humidity, but it doesn't. It just keeps building and building and building.
Torture. Why put yourself through that?
Right, and then then all hell breaks loose at 2 a.m. There's sirens. You got to wake up. You're scrambling downstairs. It's one of the.
No, Lord, no.
That's literally that movie. So don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, Doug,
I won't.
Doug, you love movies, though, right? And actually, Erica has another beer too.
Yeah,
Doug, I do have a beer. And I did say bear spray. I saw a note about that. Bear spray shoots like 30 to 60 feet. It's really powerful. It's like mace on steroids. Hell yeah. And so that is my weapon of choice. I also keep my keys next to me so I could set the car alarm off. I'm like a mama bear. I will also tear someone's eyes out with my bare hands if I have to. But I am always on alert. Oh yeah.
For sure. So what was the second
happy
tier?
Note? I have Terminal Gravity West Coast India Pale Ale. This is actually, I think, from Portland.
Terminal Gravity. That's a cool name.
That is a pretty rad name. So my family does an Easter beer hunt every year, initiated by me, of course. So we hide beer cans around and take like our little 4-pack holder and go hunting. And this was one that I found in the hunt, of course, green because it hides well.
That is a good hider.
It's delicious. It's very West Coast. Got some earthy hops to it. It's relatively clear. Just it's a solid beer. I'd give it a 3.75.
Out of 5? Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully not 10.
No, it's good. I wouldn't say amazing, but good.
Yeah. So I'm going to go a bit bigger than that.
Okay. What you got?
A 2025 10-ounce Bourbon County Stout.
Oh, yes.
I love that. I love that they're making these because this is the size I can. This is the amount I can handle.
I know, right?
Those fucking big ass like 20-ounce bomber thing. If I drink that, that's the one thing I'm drinking, and I'm not drinking anything else. So with
For
this,
sure.
at least I feel like I can handle
It's
it a
very
little better.
approachable.
So even so, still a lot. But and the other thing is, unfortunately, you can pour this as aggressively as you want. And you're just not getting
You're
any
not
head
gonna
out
get
of
a
it.
lot. Yeah, that's a thick beer. It's it sticks with you.
Yeah,
Any
so
adjuncts in that one?
no, this is just a straight up regular Bourbon County Stout.
Okay.
And what's funny is we have a friend of ours who we've been trying to get in the show. We haven't yet, but I think his name is Sam, and he works at Goose Island. And goddamn, I just wish we could get beer from him. But it's a Bourbon County Stout. Everybody knows what you're looking at. Dragon's Milk glass I got from a friend of mine when they sent me Dragon's Milk. Dragon's Milk's my favorite stout ever. I absolutely love that, and I can't get it anywhere here anymore. It's not
Really?
distributed my way.
Well, hopefully that Bourbon County treats you well. They used to release that on Thanksgiving Day every year. Here, at least, I don't know how that works.
On Black Friday here.
Black Friday. Oh, that's what it was. That's sorry. Yeah, Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would like to speak a bit to horror movies. I absolutely love horror movies. That's my favorite genre of movies. Love them. I am going to save Obsession because my daughter is in Scotland for a study abroad program right now.
Okay.
And when she comes back, we are going to go see Obsession. What I plan on seeing this weekend is a movie called Passengers, which is I would not recommend you seeing if you don't like horror movies. I love horror movies. Did you happen to see Sinners or Weapons last year?
Nope.
Sinners is not. I would not. It's kind of a horror movie, but it's actually more about Black history and stuff like that.
Okay.
I cannot recommend that movie enough. That is great. Weapons. It's a horror movie, but man, it's so fucking funny. I laughed in that theater multiple times.
Erica, no. Neither one of them.
Well, if there's humor in it, I might be interested. I don't know what Zombieland is considered, but that's freaking hilarious because it's just like zombies and they're laughing and I don't know.
But that is straight up funny as Zombieland. But
I can't do anything beyond that.
Weapons is creepy and it's a horror. No, I have to push back on Doug. Don't see either one of those movies if you don't like horror. That's my opinion.
Weapons, I would say no, but I think you could actually get away with watching Sinners.
Well, not if, in my opinion, not if you are against slasher movies because that's a slasher movie.
When they get to the vampire part, the first half of the movie is not that, and the second half is.
You know what's interesting? I can listen to real murder podcasts, like Real Murder. I can't watch it, but I can listen. So I don't know what that is.
No, we need to delve into that a bit, but yeah, go ahead, Greg.
I just think that horror fans like Doug, and I've been around him long enough, like respectfully sometimes don't understand people who don't like horror and try to like talk them into it. And I'm like, just don't even try it. Like
it's like the hazy,
but
it's okay. You don't want a hazy.
But I do understand what his point is about Sinners specifically, because it's really definitely more artistic than it is horror. It has horror elements, but I really feel that those elements could be overwhelming to someone who doesn't like that genre. And I feel that a lot of these horror movies aren't really necessarily horror for an hour or two, but those like really, really horrible points could be enough to trigger someone to be like, fuck. And like I kind of felt that way in Obsession. I don't want to ruin it because Doug hasn't seen it, but or a lot of y'all haven't seen it.
That must be a good one though. You said 90 some points. Doug's waiting
it was
for
94, 95
to get home to watch it. So I mean,
but yes. But also I would say that there probably a lot of them are primarily maybe horror people who are like, cool and they're all like ready to go for it.
Yeah.
And also I think critics too are nowadays to like accept horror for what it is and like look at the artistic thing. So like I don't think they're afraid of being like, so if a critic goes in and like this is a horror movie, they're ready for the horror movie genre. They're not acting like it's gonna be like one battle after another or any of these other conventional movies, right? And I think Sinners taught the critics a little bit something about this, Doug, or do you disagree with me on that? Meaning it made it like more mainstream and more like it was so artsy. Sinners was, and that's why I get why Doug says you could see it, and maybe you could, and have your husband with you or something, but like have that that special person with you. But like I don't know, Doug. I don't know. It's horror is a really interesting, big, wide genre too, and there's
For
things
sure.
that get thrown into that really, we wouldn't consider horror, maybe a little scary, you know what I mean, and not too
For sure.
bad. But then there's stuff like, to me, I don't know, Doug acts like Weapons isn't that bad. Weapons was
For me, it
strong
wasn't,
horror
but
for me.
I'm also a
Oh,
big
for me,
horror
it
fan.
was
For me,
that
it
shit
was
was
not.
creepy. That
Well,
lady was
Even,
creepy.
go ahead.
it seems like people are kind of like, for lack of a better term, triggered by different things, right? Whether it's the blood,
Yeah,
whether it's the buildup,
sure.
whatever. So, I mean, everybody has their, threshold or their thing. That's the interesting thing about horror, right? You're like, ooh, that wasn't really, and then you're like, oh no, that did it for me. That was too much, right? Sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
absolutely. So yeah, there you go. Going back.
I would also like to say that seeing horror movies with my wife is the fucking worst. I love that woman. She just is like, this is so implausible. Why are they doing this? It's a horror movie. Everybody does
Illogical.
dumb shit. That's what horror movies are.
Right,
It's dumb. Like they're
And that's
doing
what I
dumb
was,
shit.
yeah.
And she
And that's
just
what I
like
was saying about the critic thing too. I'm sorry, Doug.
Yeah, right.
No,
Right.
Like
But-
seeing in a
but-
different aspect. Yeah.
But like she's like, I'm like, okay, I would like to see this movie this weekend. You can come with me or you cannot. She goes, would you like me to come with? And here's the thing: when I go to a movie theater, the movie theater I go to actually has headphones, so I can actually hear it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm partially, like I said, I'm
Right.
partially deaf. I need to, and especially in a movie theater, the music and the background is so loud compared to
For sure.
dialogue. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, well, you can be there because I'm gonna have headphones on. I'm not gonna hear you bitching next to me, so it's fine. And she was like, okay, but it's just funny. Like there's certain movies that I liked, and she just sitting there like if we're watching at home. She's like, why are they doing this? This is so dumb. Why are they do? And I'm like, I said, all right. I said, you watch period pieces all the time. And I think some of the things they do in that are incredibly fucking dumb. But you love them. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I like that you love them. But I don't sit there and mock the fucking shit out of it while you're watching it. And she's just like, it's just so dumb when you're watching. I'm like, I get it. I'm not saying it's not dumb. I can agree with you that somebody walking into a dark basement with no flashlight, like, yeah, that's fucking dumb. Don't do that.
Well, it's basically suspended disbelief, and you just have to have more for a horror movie, is what I would
For
say.
sure.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
kinda
find
just-
the,
Yeah, and kind of the same for sci-fi, right? I mean, it's
yeah,
for
you have
sci-fi.
to
You
get
got to
in
be
the zone.
like, yeah. I mean, what's the best movie of the year so far? You got to suspend a little.
Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
There's a rock running around and all kinds of shit.
I
going on
don't
in there.
know. We took our kids to go see it. They liked it. I don't know. I just whatever. It was all right.
Okay. Look
That's
at that.
okay.
But I'm just saying there was a rock running around, so like a little suspended disbelief. You gotta, you kind of gotta buy into
It's an
the story.
alien. It's supposed to be suspended disbelief.
I mean, I
It's like
did
an
cry.
alien.
Yeah. So
Well, and that,
I cried
that's my
multiple
point.
times in that movie too.
yeah.
Well, and fully my point, Doug, about the genre of sci-fi and the genre of horror. If you go around talking about like, oh my God, why are they doing this? You're probably not going to, fully absorb the experience.
And Greg, bringing it back to beer. So don't go on Untapped if you don't like a lager. Don't review a
Oh.
lager. Don't do it because you're not gonna respect the genre. Just don't do it.
She broke the seal. So, as someone who's produced beers and had them on tap, actually, Doug, we haven't talked about this recently, but great segue, Erica. Breaking news, Doug. Something I would love to talk about, and I don't know if
Okay.
Erica knows about me. Is this so? Erica, one of the things that you're an entrepreneur clearly, and and you're a parent. This is going to be great. Entrepreneur and parent, I can say, are two of the most unforgiving things that you could do in your life. You're probably not going to get any wonderful, positive, constructive, consistent feedback outside of the person that you sleep with, respectfully. Other than that, you're not going to really be getting really consistent feedback from your peers or people who you feel close to you. A lot
Sure.
of times there'll be a lot of questions. So when you do get acknowledgement from peers or people that I wouldn't even say respect, people that you feel that acknowledging you will be a good thing, right? I mean, is this
Yeah.
Before
I
I
mean,
get to what I have to present, please respond to that before we get to what I
well,
want.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's kind of that thing where it's like, you put something out there and like the people crickets, crickets, but like the people who don't know you are just like cheering you along. And you're like, what the it is kind of interesting how that happens sometimes.
Mhm,
But
mm,
yeah,
mm,
I mean,
mm.
I,
Mhm.
I can take
So with that
constructive
being
feedback, but let's like lift up the people in our lives. I do it all the time. I don't get the people who don't. They ain't worth my time.
right. So I've learned, when you get those wins, especially in parenting too. When you get those wins, you have to, you don't make them, you don't inflate them to be like, blowing it up, but like, you're never really gonna get that. Hey man, I killed. This is really really good. You can look at yourself, and you're like, yes. So when it happens, it's great. So to me, it happened actually while we were on stream here. I
What?
got a notification that the Wisconsin Brewers Guild had took a picture of my collaboration beer with 9 other breweries, and then apparently they
What?
had it, and they gave a heart emoji
What?
with yeah.
What?
Yeah, Greg's big time.
Tell-
Let's go, let's
Dude,
go, let's go, let's
Great
go.
name, great name too.
tell me more. Tell me more. You got a
New
lot to
kids,
explain. You got some
new kids in the high
Let's
explaining to
box.
do.
go. So actually, yeah. So we did. So I have an entity called Badger Beer Report.
Okay.
We've been around for like 6 years. We were Badger Beer Hour, and now we do a report. We're basically a 24-hour media entity that covers Wisconsin breweries for the most part, but Wisconsin beer
Okay.
scene and all those things. So what we did this year is we did a collaboration with all of the breweries that brewed their first beer in Wisconsin in 25. It turned out to be 11 breweries and 2 decline. So we brewed a beer with 8
Oh,
or
8.
9 breweries. Yes. They didn't all brew. Some of them couldn't make brew day, but we all collaborated on what we are gonna do and all those things. And we came up with a beer called with a Maibach, and we called it New Kids on the Maibach.
Yes, first concert I ever went
Um,
to.
it,
I
it
love that.
and it was definitely the right stuff. But here I'm going to show you. Can you tell
Oh,
I've been? Can you tell I've been in this?
You're so Gen X. Tell me you're Gen X.
Yeah, we're still hanging. It's still hanging tough actually because it's out there still. Um, so here basically is that this is Boulder Junction. They are actually the only brewery that made a page specifically for our beer. But here it is, and you can see on the logo there, all the dots represent the breweries that were in the collaboration.
yeah,
That's
Boulder
And
Junction's
then
way at the top.
super
yeah, Boulder
rad. Yeah.
Junction. Yeah, so then that's the beer. New Kids on the Maibach. It's a wonderful German style Maibach beer. Yeah, so yeah, actually
Congrats, dude.
there's 6 breweries out there now, y'all. I wish I had where's my graphic? I can go get it. 6 breweries out there now that still has it. And 2 it already kicked it. I already kicked at Boulder Junction. It kicked at
Sweet.
Fond du Lac. It's still at Vault, y'all. You can get milk tubes of the New Kids on the Maibach.
Are
I
you
had
serious?
one, Doug. Actually, I had probably 6.
That's your
But
dream. Yeah.
so yeah, Erica, that's what
That
I've
is
been up
so
to.
cool. Congratulations. That's amazing. And wow, like to go like with a Maibach, like how cool is that? You just went like for the moon. That is amazing. 9 breweries to be a part of this. Has that
Yeah.
ever been done? I've never heard of that.
I
Never.
couldn't
Oh.
find one in Wisconsin, but well, I don't know. And yeah, and so then the host brewery was Vault. So
Okay.
that's part of, and that's why I said I love Vault for many reasons. I
Of
don't know if
course
we
you
can get
do.
into it, but
Yes.
that is but yeah, they haven't been,
Sweet.
they came in last year, so they haven't been open for now. They still got 2 months and still they haven't been open yet. So
Jeez.
they're and then they won an award at the World Beer Cup this year, Vault 202. So
Oh, that's
it's just
commendable.
all
Yeah.
just the synergy on this one was great. So yeah, and yeah, whatever. I'm just keeping it clean here. We haven't really got much attention from the Wisconsin Brewers Guild. They don't
Okay.
respond to media requests by us. And so and they have a lot of things going on, but so then for them to acknowledge us like that,
That's super cool.
that's good. And that's yeah, and it's good though, because again, at a level, it's like, okay, I'm being seen, if that makes sense, and we're being seen. And I don't mean me. I don't actually mean that. I mean we are a group of almost 10 people now, Doug, in Badger Beer Report. So we got a lot of people who have a passion for beer that don't get paid a cent to do this. So it's fun. Check us out, Erica. Like us on all the things.
Badger Beer Report.
And we're in Wisconsin, but we talk about other things. But it's again, here we go, Erica. It's fun when you get support by your people, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
It means a lot, but it also means a lot to get support from other people. But like, you don't have to be in beer, y'all, to like my page. You don't have to be. You can like it and mute it, or you can just like it and just to like it, just to support. Those likes help. Those the energy helps, the vibe helps, the likes help. So let's talk about it while we're here, Erica. Talk about like, you sell a product, I sell a product, but what if I'm gluten free and I can't do your pretzels, right?
Right.
Or pretzels are gluten free, but or you know what I mean? What if I can't do what if I can't do the salt, or what if I can't? So like, how do you talk to people when they don't relate, especially the people close to you? Is what I'm literally talking about Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
And they're like, I don't like pretzels. And you're like, well, you could still support. There's still other ways to support me. It almost is like they shut it down.
Yeah.
Like so quick. And people shut it down with me with the beer. They're like, I don't drink beer. And it's like, hold on here. Let's just have a conversation. Do you understand that I'm a Black owned business and you generally run around talking about you want to support Black owned businesses? Or is that too touchy for me to be talking about here when I talk to my friends, and thoughts on that kind of idea? Eric?
Well, definitely, I would say, I mean, Greg, your friends who lift you up, I mean, I'm sure you've got friends that just kind of ignore the whole conversation, right? And then you've got ones that are like asking questions and lifting you up, and you're like, that makes a difference, doesn't it? So I need a Woo song called Nosh Ya Neck. I get to see Wu-Tang Clan at Aftershock this year, by the way. I saw what they're talking about. Okay. So anyways, yeah. So I have my bestie, Jess, is always just hyping up Neck Nosh, and she likes pretzels and all that. And then my sister-in-law, my husband's, one of his sisters, is gluten-free, doesn't drink beer, but she is always hyping me up and showing up to the events and finding a way. There's a way. There's just a way. Some people don't have a huge online presence, and that's okay if you're not there to like click and whatever. But I don't know. There's just that extra bit of like love and respect for people who do that little bit of like acknowledgement, Yeah.
And while we're here though, how can my friends support? So let's just answer the theoretical question. How can we support if we never buy a pretzel from you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Show someone how that looks. How does that look to somebody? Because people are like, people get one trained mind, if that makes sense. And again, I'm dealing with this with the Badger Beer thing. Like, I don't live in Wisconsin and I don't drink beer.
Right.
Like, you still could follow though.
Do you know someone who drinks beer? I bet you do. Right. I bet you do.
Well, there you go. So I'm sorry, I asked the question.
Right. So like they could follow Badger Beer Report and then tell their friends, hey, oh my gosh, you like beer? I got a buddy. And that's how it works. It's making connections, right? So definitely should be following. Like I noticed that I didn't get all my friends I have a ton of friends on my other social media. And then I started Neck Nosh, and getting them all to come over there. I don't know. I got like 5%. All my Neck Nosh people are genuinely created through the community. So it's like, can you just like and follow? And then on top of that, tell someone. If you're not into craft beer, be like, oh my gosh. Or if you're at a brewery or like whatever, somewhere. Oh my gosh, I know someone that makes packaged pretzel necklaces and they employ women in recovery and da-da-da-da-da. It's not hard. It's easy. And I'm a connector. I'm a community person. Like I love to boost up other people. I'm not perfect at it, but I don't know. Maybe it's not natural for others, but if you care about someone and you're close to like whatever, just boost them up in a way. There's always an opportunity. So mic
Doug?
drop.
I was gonna hit a question on networking, but it wouldn't, if not for networking, we wouldn't be here, none of
For
us,
sure.
because that's how
Right?
Doug and I met.
And
So
same.
networking is, and people don't understand that there could be a connection. You could make a connection that could be valuable or whatever. My my business, Badger Beer Report, would not be possible without my connections and my networking over the years. It just would not be
Okay.
possible. So and those networking opportunities continue to open doors. And like for example with the Classic Collab 25, we have been in direct contact with literally every new brewery. So that is something that will, and what we're doing bear
Game out
fruit
there. Yeah.
literally forever. And it's those kind of connections, I think, that not only an entrepreneur could help, I think personally. One of the things that I wrote a piece today, I actually discovered after 2 years that I have a blog on my website. Wow.
Oh,
So I knew it. I just didn't have
like-
the time and ignored it. And now I'm like, whoa, now I'm all in. But I wrote today a piece about drink local, stay social. And
Nice.
that's kind of my latest thing that's kind of my tagline when I
That's
sign off
cool.
on Badger Beer Report
Yes.
now. And then I wrote a big piece today about, or a big, small piece, but Doug writes big pieces. I don't write small. I wrote a small piece about what that looks like in theory, as far as like, drink local and then stay social is of course the social aspect of breweries and beer, especially, because beer is one of the better social lubricants. Sometimes respectfully we add too much lube and it gets a little bit problematic and messy, but
Also saying sometimes we have too much lube that's a clip. Let's clip
a
that
little
out.
messy.
there we go. Too much of anything ain't great, right? For the most part. So yeah, but yeah, so
Like the Outlast of the beer community. You said the Outlast was a little messy.
oh
Sorry.
my goodness. It wasn't literal cannibalism, that show, but damn.
Oh Lord.
Woo. No, not literal, but man, they figuratively. Woo. Anyway, so yeah, drink local and stay social. What you got, Doug or Erica? You have anything for that little blob of mine?
I have
for the children.
That's for children. That's right. Wu-Tang and Neck Nosh is for the children. Both.
That's why I send them to you.
I appreciate it because I actually have been like, I should open these because I'm really hungry, but at the same time, I want to save them for like an event that I'm at.
Might be stale by now.
It's pretzels. I can eat them anytime.
Okay.
I can eat them anytime.
Okay.
What is shelf life on those?
About 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's probably not fresh, but regardless, I'll eat them anyhow.
Okay.
So you mentioned earlier before we go, because I'm really curious. You said you listen to podcasts. You mentioned multiple times. Let's go through the podcast because I'm curious because I listen to a fuck ton of podcasts. And
All right.
Oh, Doug, hold on. Can we do this?
Love.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, Doug. Now you can go.
All right. I'm going to let Erica
go
go first because I have a lot of things that I can talk about podcast wise and book wise and all that stuff. So tell me what you listen to. You mentioned like a fucking genre, like a bunch of genres. So
I know.
What are your go-tos for podcasts? Let's start with podcasts.
So I like beer podcasts, of course, and I started listening to the Craft Beer Republic podcast years ago, and then kind of reached out to them because they had like this women in beer segment, and now I get to be on there like every 6 weeks. I love that podcast, and they're based out of LA. And Greg is the one who runs that podcast. I think he's in production somewhere down there. I love the beer pod, and there's a lot of good banter on there, like you guys, a lot of good banter. They don't do like spiritual podcasts, which is totally like another end of the realm, and then parenting, because I feel completely inept sometimes.
Don't we all?
And then murder, of course.
Murder.
And then from murder, I'll listen to murder. And then I
What are your
love
murder? What are your murder? What are your murder podcasts?
all of them. I've listened to every single one. So it's kind of sad. You know,
Have
I
you-
know how to do the murder and how to cover it up. And like, no, I know like
Is that like My Favorite Murder and Morbid? Have you Morbid? It's like the one
both
my
of
wife
those.
listens to.
They
But
like,
that's more. That's not Morbid is not really murder. That's more like spooky and also murder.
yeah, both of those are a lot of banter. And I kind of like to get to the guts of it. Like, can I just solve this
Can you tell
murder?
me how to commit murder?
Right. It's between the toes with an injection. No, just kidding. So I feel like that's like a puzzle to me. I want to try and solve it. And then I like political podcasts. I listen to I don't know, Seth Meyers and I don't know, Colbert and all that stuff. I NPR. What else? I don't know. Oh,
Oh, I have a few for you.
okay.
If you don't mind me.
Bring it.
So I'm going to give you a conspiracy theory podcast that's very entertaining and interesting
Okay.
and very, very factually based in a weird way. It's called Wait a Second, and it's by
Wait a
Jason
second.
Concepcion. And it's basically they talk about conspiracy theories in a way like it doesn't sound like tinfoil hat shit, but it's not like crazy shit. Like one episode, it was like on the Epstein. Did he actually kill himself? There's
Right.
also about like, hey, here's this thing about like the Cuba syndrome, which is like the thing where supposedly they did this thing where Russians had this way of using sound waves to fuck with your brain. It's fascinating. It's just
Okay.
fascinating because like I don't subscribe to all that shit. I'm curious and I want to
Curious.
hear where are you getting this shit? And then I do the dumb shit like give me all the read all the Reddit stories. Give me all those fucking terrible stories of these dumb people.
Yep.
Like great. I have like Reddit on Wiki, Two Hot Takes, Smosh. Just give me all those.
Okay. And that's kind of laughable. Like that's a good like.
It's laughable, but what's great about it is it's like the Reddit stories on those are either it's like, fuck, as bad as I think I am, I'm not that bad. It's fine. But it also does the gamut where it's like, this is like a really super uplifting story. And that's really nice. Okay. So I like those. I do listen to quite a few sports podcasts, but like mostly basketball because that's my focus.
Okay.
But audiobooks, man. I listen to a shit ton of audiobooks.
That's great.
So I'm listening to one called, I can't remember the author, and I apologize, but it is by a Black female author called The Chang Gang All Stars, and it's basically this book about like these women get tossed into like we're in the future, and it's like gladiator style, but it's just women fighters, and if they fight for 3 years, they get to escape. It's like the Running Man, but for like women.
Yeah.
It's super interesting. So yeah,
that's cool.
I will go all over. Give me the weird shit. Just
like,
I don't know. So yeah.
You like the weird. I have you heard of I think it's called telepathy tapes. That's a good one you might like. It's a little bit on the side of the conspiracy theory, but not like it's about people with autism and how they may be like tapping into their own telepathic. And there's this thing called the Hill that several like groups of kids with autism have talked about being able to communicate through. It is mind blowing. So if you kind of like that, like a little bit on the fringe, it'll blow you away.
Yeah.
What else? So wait a second, you said I could.
That one is just now. Granted, understand it's a Hispanic guy, a white guy, and then like a random other guest. Mm-hmm. So it's all guys. So just take that with a grain of salt.
No, I get it.
But the guy, Jason Concepcion, is this guy who he starts the episode with like something that is seemingly unconnected to what they're talking about. But when he talks to the podcast, you're like, oh, I get that. Like he was talking about like the Cuban Missile Crisis, which is one episode. And it ties into like the fucking sound blast. And you're just like, I don't know how he connected that, but that's fucking great. Like, I don't know. I'm if you could slickly produce a good podcast, I'm in.
Absolutely. It's
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
So I guess it's time for this. It's review time, Erica. We'll review what we drank, and we basically get the hell out of here.
all right. It's like a test.
So I'll start
Not a
with
test.
not being able to be seen. But I had an award-winning beer from the World Cup from Vault 202. Love my Vault 202, folks. And what is this other one, Doug?
The Fountain Smoky Ale.
Mm-hmm. I like ABV, high ABV drinking, smoky ass beer. It was great. Good times.
Sounds
Erica?
amazing. So I had Cloud Nectar from Shred Brew Co. and Terminal Gravity West Coast India Pale Ale. Boom. Both delicious. One's hazy,
Ooh.
one's straight up.
You,
And then
you a
one big
hophead.
one. Yeah, I do like some hops. I do like me some
Let's
hops.
go. Yeah, no shame here. Don't listen to Doug. We don't care.
It's okay, Doug.
We don't care. Yeah.
Hey, I don't take offense.
You do you.
Yeah. So I had this watermelon, oak aged watermelon Kolsch.
Nice.
Interesting. Definitely like summer beer. Then I had a Doppelbock from Westbrook, which was really, 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 really good. And then the last thing I had was this, obviously, it's Bourbon County
Bourbon
Stout, which is
County.
perfect size. Yeah, just all of them. Like
Delicious.
the Doppelbock and the Bourbon County Stout were the better of the two. I think I need to have another one of those watermelon Kolsch's to figure out how I feel about it. It was fine in the moment, but I feel like maybe I need to have that when it's really hot. Like right now, it's not really hot where I am. So
lawnmower beer.
Yeah.
Well, the alleged OG and barrel aged is Goose Island. If y'all are interested, go down that rabbit hole because it's not as concrete as we thought it was.
Yeah, I love that. But anyway,
yeah, I mean, love it. I'm just saying, if y'all wanna go down a little rabbit hole with that one, go down there. And also, we want to thank Erica from Neck Nosh. And Erica, where can we support even if we're not pretzel people?
Yes, thanks so much. Go to necknosh.com, take a look, but follow me just at Neck Nosh on the socials and just give some love to myself and to my awesome crew of ladies who are from St. John's program, Women in Recovery, just grinding to make a better life for themselves. And just they call me the Salty Sailor. I didn't come up with that. I'm from a coastal town and I have salty pretzels, so I will.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Next week we have the main beer babe, Carla Lauder. Personal friends of Doug and I, and someone that Erica will tell you about after the show. So just as a disclosure, because I don't know if I told you, we'll end the stream, but can you please stick around because I have something to talk to you, business entrepreneur to entrepreneur.
Sweet.
We're two very beer adjacent things we should talk. So then that being said, we will see y'all next week. Doug, do you have any final?
No, thanks again, Erica, for popping on and blabbing with us for a while. There's things we didn't even hit yet that I hope we have you on again because I'd love to talk more about some other things. But yeah, please tune in next week when we have Carla Lauder because Carla's she's awesome. She's awesome. So
thanks, Doug, for connecting me. It's awesome meeting you, Greg. And I had a lovely time this Friday evening. And yeah, we'll sign out.
All right.